finally, let's go over some fantasy league stuff. Tell you guys what changes have been made, if any changes have been made. Go through anything else that needs to be gone through. So I'm going to pass this along to Peyton.
All right, we have successfully made our way through the second last session, which brings us into the final one going into WrestleMania. And as such, the scores are as such. Still in last place, number 5 is Steven Wago's team with 335 points. In fourth place is Miguel Leon's team with 490 points. Myself is in third place with 600 points, and the big race that everyone is looking at. In second place still, Tony Mango with 1,180 points. And in first, Team Drew Crew, Drew White's team with 1,205 points. Now, before Elimination Chamber, that gap was, I believe, very close. I think you guys maybe even been tied, or maybe it was only 5 or 10 points difference.
10 points, I think.
But after Elimination Chamber, it widened out to 30, and then through the events of Raw and SmackDown, it's gone back down to 25. So things are very interesting there, and it's going to be something to definitely pay attention to as we're finishing up this final session going into WrestleMania, where points will be quintupled 5 times their normal amount. So a win at WrestleMania, 50 points.
We're going to call that the Booker T rule. 5 times, 5 times.
I like that, the Booker T rule. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So the only other thing we really got to talk about is if anybody wants to make any trades. I'm not even sure what the waiver wire or it is. I'm pretty sure I'm first, or not first. I'm probably last on it, but I don't want to trade anybody. I think Steven would be the first up, or maybe no, Tony would be the first up if you want to trade somebody.
I'm not picking anybody up from who's left over. Nobody that's going to give me anything that still hasn't already been taken by somebody else.
All right, Wago.
Well, Drew isn't here, so I'm going to do this for 10 minutes and take up some time. No, I'm good.
All right, I'm not doing anything either. So no trades this week, nothing exciting going on there. Just the general point report. But I'm sure things will be shaken up as we get closer to WrestleMania. People are going to be looking to set their strategies and pay attention to that. And as always, for the full complete rosters of who is on whose teams and for the up-to-date scores and all that stuff, go to keepingkayfabe.com or pay attention to the Keeping Kayfabe Facebook page.
Now, really pay attention to the week before WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That Smack Talk is probably going to be like, I'm dropping this dude, I'm dropping that dude, I'm dropping this one.
Oh, totally.
That's going to be chaos, and we're not going to end up having anywhere near close to the same teams that we have now, probably.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad I grabbed The Undertaker like a month ago, so whenever I grabbed him. And I almost thought about grabbing Brock Lesnar too, but now that definitely would have been a counteractive thing to have done. But yeah, this is going to wrap up our first season. We learned a lot of things through this, and we are going to be looking to change things up as we go to our second season next year. Yes, we will have a return to this. I definitely have a lot of ideas of things I want to change as far as rules and point structures and all that. But hey, if you have any ideas from you yourself, the fans, send it to me, and I'll be happy to include it. I also got some comments of some of you wanting to join it. Unfortunately, we just don't have the space to share it out. I mean, this isn't like baseball where you have hundreds of people to choose from to make teams. There's only about 40 people, and even getting it for 5 of us here was tough. And then when we expanded out to, I think we had 6 or 7, maybe even 8, we were really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, to be fair, how many times have our own teams changed? Like I took one for Brandon, and fucking Burhan's team's gone to someone. It's just like, how many times is that going to happen if we start accepting a whole bunch of people?
Right.
Absolutely. But I will be happy to post the rules. And if some of you want to get together to form your own league, you are more than free to do that. I will forward you the spreadsheet I use to keep track of scores and all that. And you can do it yourselves. Have some fun with each other. It's certainly been fun for us. And we could even fight for each other. We can compare scores and see where we're all at. Yeah. If you want to do that, get in touch. Write something in the YouTube comments, and I'll find a way to talk to you about it.
Yeah, you can always talk to us on the Mega Maniacs Facebook group as well.
Absolutely.
Have a little home for different stuff on that if you're on Facebook. But that's going to be it for this episode. And the last thing we do all the time, round this out with some plugs. Starting off with Wago.
Okay, everyone, you can go ahead and check me out over on Addicted to Anime. We review an anime series every month and do general anime discussions. The Facebook group is facebook.com/addictedanimefans. Also, check out Unanimous Decision MMA, as I'm going to be rebooting the podcast up soon. Everything falls under the UDMMA name, so facebook.com/UDMMA. Twitter is @UDMMA.
Wago is also one of the newest recruiters for writing for Smark Out Moment. You can check out his column Getting Over on the Smarks Remarks section. He's got one up about the WWE Network right now.
Oh yeah, I should plug that.
I got you covered.
We got to start doing the Wago report card.
Peyton, you're up.
Well, I can assume that everyone listening is a wrestling fan, so I got lots of stuff for you wrestling fans to check out. First off, I know most of you probably watch Monday Night Raw, and if you do, you should join us on Mega Powers Radio for the NPR Raw Post Show. When I say us, it's pretty much the same cast of characters you hear on Smack Talk. We all gather together there, talk about that evening's events that happened on Raw, and most importantly, we invite you, the listeners, to join the conversation. We have a phone line you can call in. We have a chat room that's rolling with lots of cool people talking. It's the most interactive show that you're going to find in this collective. We always invite you guys to get involved, and we love having you on there. So please listen in, join in every Monday night following the conclusion of Raw. www.megapowersradio is the place to go. But listen, if you can't be there live, but you still want to listen to these shows, they're available in archive form on smarkoutmoment.com, the very site where you find this podcast. You can also subscribe to it on iTunes and Stitcher by searching for NPR Raw Post Show. Very simple to find. Also, folks, if you want to chat with us in between shows, because of course we have it show on Friday where we record, goes up on Saturday, and we have the interactiveness on the Monday night show, but all through the week stuff goes down, or maybe you just want to post something funny to share with other fans. Why don't you join our aforementioned Facebook fan group? Address for that is www.facebook.com/groups/the Mega Maniacs. That's facebook.com/groups/the Mega Maniacs. That's for fans of all the shows that are in this collective. Lots of cool people in there. Lots of conversation going down every single day. Always a good time. I think I had something else. I don't know. I'm just going to cut it there. Have fun, everybody. Thanks, Tony.
Next week, we are going to be doing an earlier episode of Smack Talk. We're going to be recording that on Wednesday night instead of Friday night, which we keep going back and forth between that. It all depends on different schedules and all that. And the main event is going to be another finisher versus finisher. This time we're going to look at who does the power bomb the best and makes that their own. And we're going to do variations of that as well. So we're going to have the jackknife, the Batista bomb. We're going to group it all together. Next week after that is going to be Fantasy Booking WrestleMania 30. I know a lot of people are always looking forward to that one. So if you have something that you want to send in to us, that's going to be up on the website a little bit before it's going to be on Smack Talk, but that's coming up soon. And on episode 123, which will be March 21st at 10 o'clock, Mega Powers Radio, we are going to do the next live edition of Smack Talk, the road trip to WrestleMania, where we're going to answer all of your questions when you call in, as well as all the mailbag questions that you guys send in. Then we're going to finally have another Wrestling with the Past and eventually do our WrestleMania predictions and reviews. So that's what's coming up for over the next couple of weeks for Smack Talk. But for episode 120 and for the panelists and for myself, obviously, that'll be it for this evening. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.
5, 2, yeah!
If you waited here for an outro, well, I'm afraid I got some bad news. There isn't going to be one, and you're going to get fat.